Justice Services Conference.
So we'll need 6 votes. Okay. No, it says that creating new line items. Yeah.
Yes,
So we got to create and then appropriate.
yes, please.
Okay. All right. Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Juvenile court.
Morning,
Morning.
we're looking to get a couple grant applications approval. One is for the Indiana Supreme Court Problem Solving Court Truancy Intervention Program. And 2 is for the Problem Solving Court Juvenile Mental Health Court grant application. They're 2 grants that we're trying to get. B is transfer from community corrections. We want to transfer from travel meals, lodging, transfer, contractual services to other supplies, which is going to be for the Florida farm that we got going on back. And then the last one, 8, is another grant that we're trying to get. We didn't get the other grant for the books, so we're going this direction with Dollar General Foundation Youth Literacy Grant Application. The new grant. That's it.
Okay.
Quick question. Scott, the grants that are coming in, did we want to create a line item within their budget for the small farm, for the vertical garden and the greenhouse? Or should we, when the grants and that money comes in, should we create the line item account, put it in ours? Or do you think it should be in its own line item, or should we find the line item they have in their budget, just when it comes in, put it there?
Talking about co-mingling grant funds?
Well, no, when the grant fund comes in for the Canal Farms,
Mhm.
there's line items that it can be used to spend out to deposit it in, or we should create a new line item and even leave it in ours or put it in the judge's budget. And then when the monies come in to transfer to there, did you?
I'm following what you're saying. I think it depends on when we're gonna expend some of this money.
Well, we're hoping to do it soon, and while I have you here, we have the 3 greenhouses that are getting ready to go. We have to, Coons is shooting the survey, but we have to pour the concrete, and we can have those 3 up. We want to do it sooner than later. Judge just got a master gardener, didn't he?
It's 2 grants. 2 grants.
So it's gonna be 3 total.
Oh, okay, all right.
But
Yeah, we could build it in there.
put it into theirs, and when it comes in, because Larry, we had some money coming in, and I know Larry asked about some of the billing going on. The judge had he dropped the bill off of that excavator. There was a transformer that had to be taken out of there. That bill get put into the commissioners, or we don't know yet? Yeah, I'll talk to Mike, but we have to figure out where, when the commissioner sent an email that they'll take care of all those costs, we just don't know where yet. And then when I guess are gonna have to, if the judge wants it built into his budget, let me know, we can do that, or budget time, we'll just create all new, so
Yeah.
category for sure.
Yeah, so for the first bill or the initial bills, I think, I don't want to speak for the commissioners, but it makes sense to use their construction budget.
Right.
That's typically what we do with any other department as a remodeling. And then for the sustainability and operation, build and then sustain greenhouse for the farm.
Right,
We can,
both actually.
yeah, we can put that in their budget as a, maybe a separate department, with just its own thing. So there's gonna be some salary dollars with the,
Right.
maybe create a new department number under just for the vertical farms. It's all segregated.
That'd be easier for you guys too, right?
And
Just segregate. Okay, all right, thank you.
Thanks.
Yes. Planning Commission?
Doesn't seem to be the issue.
Ed on?
I said, I'm aware, I wasn't.
Pete, you
Yeah,
know?
no, I don't have any issues with it, I was just asking Randy if you do any issues. It's a 5-0, that means there were no
Yep.
issues, so we're good.
Okay. Um, General undistributed motor expense, Councilman Meyer. Highway Department.
Gentlemen, we need to have some kind of a podium here, right?
Seems like it.
Everybody's gonna be wandering around and nothing.
Department 704 is basically our mechanical department. Prices of everything have just gone up astronomically since COVID. We're looking at $2,000 for an oil pan for a Mack truck. At the end of April, we had gone through almost 47% of the line items in some of these lines. We do have a surplus in the budget that we'd like to transfer and do an additional appropriation to cover.
When you're doing some of these purchases, are you looking at online vendors as well to buy parts and things like that?
Well, actually, a lot of our parts are purchased through the state of Indiana purchasing program, One Indiana. And then we're still not dealing with the local vendors, but at a discounted price.
So I know if you're going through the OEMs only, they are absolutely hammering everybody on parts, so.
Yeah, well, like with the Mack truck, some of you have, you're kind of captive to some of it.
To an extent, so. Yeah. I just wanted to check on that, thank you.
Max a lot like John Deere, you pay for it, repaint.
All right, any questions? Local roads and streets.
About 9-3. That is our crossroads matching grant. That's gonna be for resurfacing, Parish Avenue, 125th Avenue, and Burr Street between 125th and 113th Avenue. The state's $1 million has already been deposited. We're asking for the creation of a line item and an appropriation. The commissioners have a resolution asking you for a transfer of the county's match into the fund.
Any questions for me? Thank you.
We have one more item.
We do.
112.
Oh, quick and least.
We finished 112 Local Roads and Street. We finished the year with a $300 surplus. We would like to use that surplus to buy a bucket truck to let us work underneath the bridges and cut off some of those branches hanging over the roads. We've got some good prices on it, but we need to transfer the surplus in there to pay for the truck.
Yeah, run that's gonna be CCO too, you know that.
Yeah, it's not a truck, it's almost like a scissor lift.
It's how it comes like a knuckle boom or something,
Oh, yeah.
it's got one for cleanup, you know.
It's way better than a truck, we don't have to spend as much,
But get with Tony Hopper and they can run you through, they can put a training class together, because you're gonna, OSHA's gonna require.
Yeah,
CCO.
we do this every year with training with the equipment, so we get people.
If you guys wanna-
Any questions? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Sheriff.
Morning.
We spoke about the first item that's on the agenda. We spoke about the last month's meeting, the sheriff department received a grant to purchase a digital tachometer device. And this will allow that money to be put in account so they can purchase this device. This is the entire amount of the grant. It's paid for completely by the grant. The other item is, these are donations that are given to the animal control over the months. And we're going to use that money now to purchase, I spoke about that last one, some fencing, some different things for the building to make it more comfortable for the animals and secure them a little bit better.
Charlie, will you carry these for me? Any questions for Sheriff? Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Prosecutor. Morning, Jacob.
Good morning. Due to some staffing shortages in our APS office, we're looking to restructure a little bit. And with that restructure, we're looking at 4 salary changes. 3 are increases and 1 is a decrease to $1. That decrease will offset the increase So no additional appropriation will be needed.
What created staffing shortages?
Good amount of it is just pay, finding higher paying jobs in different counties.
So these are people that were with you that quit.
No, we had, beginning this year, we had four full-time people, and this year we've lost two already. So we only have two remaining full-time people and one, part-time person. So we're increasing the two current full-time and increasing the vacant in hopes to attract a new employee.
How's the work getting done right now?
They're trying their best.
So I think what you're trying to do is to, I'm sorry to retain, is to retain them. So
Yes,
that they don't leave for a higher pay, so. to
exactly.
retain them. My question is why, and I didn't notice this before, why are we eliminating the position? Why are we just placing $1 in there?
We could eliminate it. This is based on state funding. So in the future, if we receive more funding from the state, we would like to try to create or still have that position to hire more staff.
Okay, good. All right.
The prosecutor doesn't like us anymore.
I will see if I can get them out of the meeting for the next one.
Hey, over and over and Bill said he's in a meeting morning.
Sure, he probably is in the meeting. And then, just additionally, the difference between the, increase and decrease is, leaves us with $3,707. We're just requesting to transfer that into 5 other line items.
All right, any questions? All right, thank you.
Thank you. Now I'll do my best to get Mr. Carter on board.
Community corrections, okay.
Everyone, it's great to see you all here today. Scott, thank you for relinquishing the podium so I can manage all my papers. We have 2 items on the agenda. These are ordinances creating grant funds. The applications with respect to these funds were approved at the March and April council meetings. The first item is an ordinance establishing the Lake County Adult Community Corrections Department's COVID Detention and Confinement Grant Fund, a non-reverting fund. To refresh your memory on this, it's from the Indiana Department of Health. It's award federal funding in the amount of $5,825.95. This is to mitigate the risk of exposure, improve infection control, improve isolation and quarantine, and enhance the facility's sanitation. To do so, the item to be purchased is a commercial washer and dryer.
That number again, 5,000.
$825.95. And the item to be purchased is a commercial washer, dryer, an infrared face scanner, thermometer, a handheld sanitizer mist machine. This is a reimbursement grant, no local match is required. As for the second item, 15A2, this is an ordinance establishing the Lake County Adult Community Correction Department supporting addiction-free environment SAFE grant. SAFE is a coalition of individuals and organizations dedicated to reducing substance use, abuse, and misuse among adults and adolescents in Lake County. The grant program is administered by Geminus Corporation. LCACC requested $31,959 in the 2025 application to purchase drug screening, program supplies, a body scanner, maintenance software review, and state compliance inspection. LCACC program will use these supplies to monitor participant compliance with community correction programs. This is an advanced grant and no local match is required.
You already were approved. That's why we're creating the fund?
The SAFE grant or the,
Both of these.
so yes, COVID-19 one was approved. The application was submitted for the 25 one. This is actually a grant renewal for a SAFE grant.
Question. Maybe it's, me not being here all that long, but Geminus Corporation seems to be administering a lot of money that comes through grants and through Lake County. Is this like required to have a grant administrator for some of these grants, or is this something that we just choose to do? How does the process work with even choosing that?
I believe it would be the grant giving agency is delegating authority to Geminis, or with respect to that, I mean, that'd be my understanding.
Yeah, that's the way we did it with the, when we had those monies for, those art monies for rent.
Right, I understand, I'm just kind of trying
It
to.
was just
figure
too
out
big of a
why.
job for staffing and they had the experience, so the application process and all of that, so that's why we do. So I use
Like, for instance, the COVID-19 grant, it's administered by the Indiana Department of Health, but it is federal grant funding.
Just curious about this, that's all, thank you.
Yes, no problem.
So then to pass through, saying that it comes to the state and then the state passes it on to Geminis.
The full details specifically, when it comes to the SAFE grants, I may have to get back to you on that.
It's not state funding. SAFE is not state funding. It's a local consortium. It used to be the Lake County Association Against Alcohol and Drug Abuse, and then they changed to SAFE. So it's a not-for-profit organization. Apparently, they don't have the staffing to administer the program. They have Geminis administer their grant, not federal or state one.
Any other questions? Great, thank you, Georgia.
Yeah, no problem.
Parks and Recreation.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Jim sends his apologies for not being able to be here today, but that's I'm here on his behalf and behalf of the park department. We are asking for, to begin with, a couple appropriation increases. We have many parking lots that date back into the early 90s. Our asphalt situation is dire, and we had to make a decision to take care of some of that this year. So that's what this reflects. The 900 in the land improvements will help. And actually, I don't know that it's even going to cover all of it, but at least it'll get close. And then the 100 in equipment, you know, we've got a lot of old mowers, a lot of greens mowers and fairway mowers that are just at the end of their lifespan. So we're gonna have to make some decisions even at this. But that is what that is. These are just appropriations. The money was actually in our balance from last year. So
What's in that balance?
right now,
Yeah.
probably 3 maybe.
3 million?
Yeah, yeah, something like that. If you would ask me about 2 hours later, I'd have the exact number because I'm gonna be looking here.
2 hours later. I'm sticking around.
Yeah. So, yeah, but that's including obviously some of the tax monies we've received already this year and all that. I think when we finished out the year, Randy, we were at 1.4, something like that. This will not affect our operation.
No, I just wanted to know what that cash balance was.
Yeah. Understand. And then we have a grant application out there for a GLRI, which is the Great Lakes Restoration Initiative. Do you have any, I know you.
I recommend
Oh.
council approve it.
So that's, I think, for around 700,000. And then we're gonna be contributing about $29,000 worth of value from our staff doing work in kind out there. The only other thing we have, I believe, is the 15,000 appropriation to that tax line item because of the 1% Maryville food and beverage tax that's out there. So we have to take care of that as well.
According to the auditor's records, I think there's a 2.4, almost 2.5 balance.
Okay.
Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Did Jim happen, he said you guys had a botanist on staff. Did you ever get a hold of Judge Stefaniak?
That I don't know. I can find out.
Because they were worried about the schedule. We were trying to get the flower portion of the greenhouse grow, and they needed some assistance, and we thought maybe we could share that person until the judge could find someone, so
Yeah.
you could,
Jim, I will talk to him, I'm sure, late this week. He's gonna be back Wednesday of next
and
week.
if he could help us, for him to reach out. I know you guys had some works going on with the judge on some property issues.
Yeah, we are working with on some property.
Let's help out.
Yeah.
Garden club through, yeah.
We put out application, or not assembly application request, and we did that, some of these senior centers like Maria Reiner and some of these
Yeah.
ones that do that.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys hearing me.
Thank you.
The county clerk. Good morning.
Good morning, council. I would like to reintroduce myself. A few of our staff members that are here with me. So I'm Rebecca, I'm the financial manager. I've been up here a couple times in the past. So I wanted to introduce to you our, she is our new chief executive deputy. So her name is Sean. She's been with the clerk's office since 2001. Yeah. So she knows the clerk's office. We also have Mr. Brown with us, as you all know him. And then Wanda is our payroll personnel person. And then we have Kenyatta, she's our Odyssey transition coordinator. So just to reintroduce ourselves to everyone. We, myself and Wanda, we met with our chairperson, Mr. Brewer, a couple weeks ago in regards to what we're presenting today. So it is a revised form 144. And I see that the larger one is an ordinance. So again, the clerk's office is just asking for approval with this revised 144.
Any questions? Maybe Mr. Brown, I've heard that there may be a new version of Odyssey coming to the county.
Well, before we answer, I just want to give you all an update, because if there's another version that comes through the state, it will train Odyssey, coordinator manager Kenyatta Burnside, she'll be heading that out, as well as Chief Deputy Sean Miller. Sean Miller is our new chief deputy, but she's not new. She's worked in traffic, she's worked in felonies, she's worked on the circuit. She's an amazing, awesome person. We thank Ms. Nikki for her services, and we appreciate it. But what we're trying to do moving forward with our office is continue to automate the things that we do, because as you know, we serve from juvenile all the way up to felony, whether it's small claims, traffic, probate. But another thing that people don't know is some of our staff works on weekends, because the courts still have to work on the weekends and holidays. As well as the simple fact of the matter that the Lake County Clerk's Office was fortunate for an investment in 2023. We turned into the general fund $478,928.31 for that year in investments for the county. And we always come before you by our attrition. We always work within our budget. We're very conservative about how we spend. We don't waste, because we understand that the taxpayers and the people that live in Lake County or anywhere else, they want the best service. The Odyssey system is working well for us, so much so that we have a partnership with the Lake County Bar Association, and we've been partnership with them for a couple of years. So we provide 2 continuing education sessions a year. The first one will be June 20th at the Bar Association office, and it's 3 credit hours. And our office will do the presentation as to how the clerk's office works. The second will be December the 12th. These are continuing education credits for attorneys and paralegals and what have you. We appreciate that kind of relationship, because we try to work with the attorneys, the courts, as well as the public. And we feel like we can continue to grow by way of scanning and barcoding things, as well as destruction of records. And so what we're trying to do is make absolutely sure anything that happens if the county's closed, our managers, supervisors, they have laptops where they can perform from home. Every month we have a meeting, and this executive team is at all those meetings. 1 month is the managers, the next month is the supervisors and the financial people. So we're very committed on a regular basis to giving you the best service you can get. And we thank you very much for being patient. Thank you.
Mr. Brown, is that open to all attorneys?
So to the licensed attorneys, the Bar Association, you just need to register through the Bar Association for the class. We've actually put on the training sessions, and it's been very successful. So as long as you're licensed and you can go to the Bar Association and get registered, we'll be there. And we'll
How does the word get out to all attorneys that this services are.
The Bar Association usually puts that out. They put out in letters through different organizations that the attorneys are connected to. And it, like I said, successful in the past, and it's going to continue to be that way. And we're going to continue to partnership with them because the more the attorneys understand the courts, the better for the clients. The more the public understand the courts, the better for the attorneys. We have pro se litigants who need to file as well, who walk in the door, we need to take care of them. And as well as the system we have, like she's talking about the Odyssey system. Any improvements that's made to the Odyssey system, we adjust to that. So in early June, our staff will go downstate and we'll train with the state on that. And we were fortunate enough. What was the region, the northern region? Yeah. We were fortunate for the first time ever, Lake County hosted a Northern Region Clerks Conference. And we had a fantastic turnout and the clerks love it, the vendors love it. The Convention Bureau did a great job putting housing together, the food, the whole thing. And we held it at the Lake County Convention Center in Hammond. And it gave us a chance to let Lake County shine like it deserves to. Like I tell people, if you come to Lake County, you're gonna love it. And that's what we want to make sure people understand. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. And county commissioners, anyone online? Oh, this is the bond.
I can let you guys know this. This is just some revised language from the ordinance we passed previously. On council wanted and the school wanted added in. So commissioners are asking that ordinance be approved. Yes, amended.
You know what was added in? Do we have any?
There was a red line version. I looked at it about 3 weeks ago. I can get some more clarity with that.
I know some are concerned about stipends.
Madam President, I want to be an equal opportunity harasser. And since I've been on the prosecutor's office, I need to raise the same question with commissioners. While they don't have, the commissioners are not here represented. And not online either.
That's odd. They usually are. Usually you enter someone's online. That's,
Rose is on right now.
yeah, Rose is there, yeah. I'll scroll down if there's someone else. It's everyone.
Rose? Stay muted. Okay, well, hopefully, they'll be at our regular meeting. And they have a resolution also. That's in hand. It's match, oh, it's regarding the matching grant fund. All right, county council.
The first.
Oh, it's the health department.
Yeah, the first item is the interlocal agreement. We've gotten a signed copy back from the city of East Chicago.
Okay.
This is that statute that increased the funding to the health department. So we just need to sign off on that and get it to the state.
Thank you for attending that council meeting. All right, then we have health board. Sure, we'll have a recommendation by Tuesday. Hammond Public Library, Councilman Ham, you have,
Yeah, I have. Mr. Novak was sending a letter.
okay,
He's a library lover, which I think is great. He's on the Historical Society, which is run out of the library, so I'll be nominating him.
and then there's Economic Development Commission, which I believe we also received a letter.
That's correct. We did talk to the town of St. John. I think there's a little bit of confusion about this amendment, but it's clarified now that the seat is empty and does need to be filled. I've spoken to the Mayor and Councilman Lindenfelder. Suggestion. The town has a suggestion, but
I know I've talked to some people, they said they were, that I think would be the preferred one. I'm probably fine with it unless Randy.
A few more things on that. Economic development, the town of Maryville, in passing of Gene Woolver, passed away last month. And I asked Victoria to put on next month's agenda that she's gonna have to
I
Just a
Yeah,
planning commission and a, contractor's licensing, and then, Parks Department board, they're gonna switch. It's coming up for next month.
so for clarification on the economic development, we do make the appointment. We receive recommendations, but we're the appointing authority, because there was some confusion as to whether we were recommendation board, we recommended and the city or town approves it.
Well, it says that the county council nominates a
No.
person, and then the town executive appoints. So
Okay.
it's a nomination from us.
They have.
They would move, yes, they shall.
Okay. So it goes from us to them.
Yeah. So you're saying you're confident with it? So there is a name in the letter that they sent us.
Lauren Mayor.
So since there seemed to be some confusion about the last appointment, Tori and I were speaking that in the future, we will send a letter also not only to the appointee, but to the person, to the city or town, letting them know that person is appointed.
It says that it was.
Oh, it was, we did do it.
It says it
Okay.
was sent to Steve Kill. who's the
Okay,
town manager
very
at the
good.
time.
All right, so we have some other ones that are gonna be added on. All right. Anything from anyone else?
I have just a question, probably for Scott. Odyssey transition managers, which haven't been in effect for a long time. Are they all paid the same?
Yes.
Not now, they won't be.
Yeah, this one would be an outlier then.
Minus that, they're paid the same. I mean,
That's, yeah, because we retitled them to a transition manager. And at that time, when we retitled them, they all had the same salary.
and I discussed it with Councilman Lindenmuller. But again, Mr. Brewer, you're the chairman, right? You're good with this, right? Yes.
Yeah, and this one is not funded through the general fund.
Right, I
Funded
understand.
through his perpetuation fund.
I just don't want to hear.
That was one of
from
the-
all of our courts.
that was one of the-
We got a raise and now
Yeah.
look what they're getting and.
Yeah.
it's-
They'll be,
I'm
they'll
another
be, they'll
court
be in here.
perpetuation.
They'll be in here. Like, what? Like,
Madam President, I do have one question.
yes.
For citizens appointment and citizen nomination, does it matter, does a party have to be in any of these here? So, you know, some people have that, so that's
If it did, it would be in our agenda, a DER. I mean, that's the way in the past, that's the way we have listed them, DER. But if you go on our county website, our county council, you'll see these appointments. Or you can ask Tori if you want something printed out, but it's on there, it's when they expire, you'll see all of them when they expire. And the qualifications to sit on the board. Anyone else? Audience, anyone? Right. I don't think we need a motion to adjourn. Right, means adjourned.